How is it going, everybody? Circling up from the mosh pit, we are here to check out Kuwanano featuring Octavia and Raining Marbles. Octavia we know from Holo Stars, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I've checked out so many different VTubing groups. It's through stuff like this that I'm even aware of what people are doing. But this is their original song called The Tunnel. I feel like I don't know who Kuwanano is or Raining Marbles. Sounds like a horrible natural disaster. Unnatural disaster. Anyway, let's just jump into this.
Stepping stones, dusty footprints of those before. Waves of regret at every step taking over. Crumbly walls sending shivers through.
This sounds like Octavia, this first voice.
That could break my world.
Ooh, I love this beat.
Tell me who took out the sand of the hourglass, running through my fingers.
Makes me think of a Mume's song.
Still in mine. To be humble,
To be daring,
to be what they want to see
or not.
We won't be enemies.
Ooh.
Oh, we're
Through the
sons.
tears fed, not to speak in riddles.
I'm not so sure about that. And that
I know I'm gonna get... I was trying to hold it back, don't get emotional right now. Nope. I love the little bit of voices coming back and forth, sung by everyone individually, which is cool. It makes me think of thoughts in your head kind of overlapping, oh man, should we do this? Should we do that? Should we do this? Also, this instrumental, it's just making me think of Mume. Ah, gosh, that song was so good. Anyway, let's focus here. Very pretty aesthetic as well. The aesthetic, the colors, the wandering, that kind of thing makes me think of, Mume as well. But obviously, as this being its own song, let's, separate ourselves from its contemporaries and look at this for what it is. Very interesting stuff that we're trying to share here through this particular aesthetic as well. Because obviously the idea of kind of, being yourself and always having the temptation of being like what someone else wants you to be, that's always going to be there. And I think what is really hard for a lot of young people to learn, because I've only really embraced this in my 30s, is that aside from, if you have bad habits or if you're a disrespectful person or something like that, who you actually are is fine. Really. So for me rambling, sometimes not getting social cues, those kinds of things, these little quirks about how I talk to people and that kind of thing because of my ADHD and autism, having to learn that that's okay. And you don't actually have to pull all that back in order to be acceptable to people, right? But there's a lot of people that can really get worried that, you try and figure out, how to act around people, what people want you to be. Well, there's a difference between being socially acceptable, right? Not doing anything inappropriate or illegal or rude to people. But then other than that, who you are is fine. And that's a hard lesson to learn because I got bullied for being me when I was a kid. And that lasted so long. It took a long time for me to get out of that. So, anyway, very interesting stuff we have going here. I'm just going to dial it back just real quick, see if there's anything else that I didn't see.
to be humble,
To be daring,
to be what they want to see.
or not.
We won't be enemies.
Okay, so then that idea of trying to be regardless of how you want things to be, I'm still going to be myself and not going to fight you, in that regard. I feel like that strikes me as relaxed confidence, where you are just genuinely yourself and you're like, I'm me, and I'm confident in that. So, knowing yourself and being okay with that. I feel like that's kind of where this is going.
Oh, we're sons.
Through the tears fed,
Yeah, so did we learn not to speak? Maybe that idea of I have to just close myself off in order to be acceptable. I don't know why this is getting me. Did we learn not to speak in riddles yet? So then there's that idea of, learning to speak freely. Just say what you think. Don't make it cryptic. I don't know if that's going the route of like there's this quirk about who you are, or if it's something that, I feel like the way that you're communicating with someone is like a riddle. I don't know. Interesting.
And at the end of the tunnel, no one's waiting for me.
Oh.
Only a bridge to the other side, where the poppies will bloom and where it's hard to breathe. It's
Huh.
where I'd like to say that I've tried.
Stepping stones.
You're not even going to go into a huge breakdown. You're just going to go into the second verse. Probably for the best. I know I would have cried. It's right there. They're right there in my eyeballs. Yeah, so that's interesting. I feel like this is almost Owl City-esque with how it's being a little bit cryptic with its lyrics. Once we get to the other side of the tunnel, there's no one waiting for me. It's just a bridge to the other side. That could be heaven, but, I don't think we're going that far yet. It could just be through this tunnel of moving into another phase of life. There's no one waiting for me. It could almost mean like there's people that I've lost. That there's people that are like, I don't want to care to know you. I'm just going to leave, which sucks. But that happens. And then it's a bridge, but it's a bridge to the other side. So it's like we go through this tunnel in order to continue on. And then saying it was, just enough to say that I tried. Man, that really, yeah. That gets me. Anyway.
Dusty footprints of those before. Waves of regret at every step taking over. Crumbling.
Okay, but then, sorry, I forgot to mention it at the beginning. Dusty footprints of those who've come before. I mean, maybe this could all just be a fantastical story about going on a journey similar to what your ancestors did or other people in your group did, and you're trying to find what they found, right? And it's about a quest to really discover who you are, right? I guess, or where you're supposed to go as this little creature type thing. Or it could be you're seeing where lots of people have gone and you're choosing to go a different direction maybe. Because it implied that you're seeing all these footprints go a particular way, but then you go through a tunnel. I don't know.
Sending shivers through concrete with knots that could break my world.
Crumbly walls. So life can crumble down. Things that you've built up can crumble down once affected by reality and love and truth. Sending shivers through concrete, so it's a huge, wave. With knocks that could break my world. So knocks of destiny or people knocking, wanting you to open up, and it's breaking your world of what you knew and offering you, another option. Gosh. Aw. Climb, little guy. Oh, don't fall. You can do it. It makes me think of Monument Valley, one of my favorite games.
Making habits could be perfect like
Ooh.
aeroflight.
Where it lands, we understand the different tears we cry.
Where it lands, we understand the different tears we cry. Crying for different things in life? Breaking habits? Maybe there's lots of different habits. I don't know. My whole body is just like disintegrating. Different tears we cry. So different tears for different situations, different habits. We let the arrow fly. We let it go. But also we're trying to shoot something down that needs to go. And we understand that it's for a good cause. Those different tears that we cry. For ending different situations and bettering yourself. Wow.
The road is messy
little cuties.
Waiting for me, and at the end of the tunnel, no one's waiting for me. And at the end of the tunnel, no one's waiting for me. And at the end of the tunnel, no one's waiting for me. And at the end of
Nice layering there. Very nice.
waiting for me. And at the end of
Stepping stones, dusty footprints of those before.
Very interesting. Very cute art. Very, very cute.
Stepping stones, dusty footprints of those before. Waves of regret at every step taking over. Hungry walls sending shivers through concrete with knocks that could break my world.
Huh. So we're keeping it cryptic on purpose. Just very... Oh, we did check out Kuwanano. Oh my gosh. I think, or at least I've seen the song Sabotage. Maybe I meant to check it out. That's probably what it was. Oh man, I know I saw this before. Gosh darn it. I thought okay. Well, now I just feel stupid. No, we had checked this out, hadn't we? Yeah, Sabotage. I thought so. I don't know. God darn it. I'm sorry. Anyway, regardless, this is a good song. This is a good artist. You need to check out their stuff. I now understand the horns. Okay, so we have this character. So we're keeping it to her character. Got it. So with that said, we're making it personal here. Her experience, Kuwanano's experience. You know, maybe in life it's like we got to make those choices to better ourselves and pursue what is best for us. And that can mean that some people might decide, well, I don't care to really stick with you. And that happens. And it sucks. But you know what is worse? Not having those people out of your life. It's better to just get it out and be like, man, it really sucks that you couldn't be bothered to try and stick with me and figure things out and be there for me. But, okay, I'd rather have that happen than, you know, for you to stick around and not really be beneficial. Just be a rock to weigh me down, you know what I mean? But, man, this was great. This was really, really good. And Octavio and Raining Marbles did really, really good on that as well. But I want to know your guys' thoughts. What'd you think in the comments? Tell me about it. And please support the people that made this. Definitely. If you liked any of the other voices, you should check out their stuff. Octavio has incredible music. Definitely worth a listen. So, that's all I got to say about that. Thanks for watching.